Welcome to this week's episode of Amanda Makes a Mess. I'm Amanda, and today I'll be making a mess in sketchbook number 15. Today I'm going to be redrawing my old artwork. I've seen a lot of other people doing this on Instagram and on YouTube, and I've wanted to try it for a while. Uh, the drawing I've picked to redo for this is the first drawing that I ever uploaded to my old Instagram account. Um, I think I uploaded it sometime in March of 2019, but I think the drawing itself was actually done in like maybe late late 2018. There's no actual date on it, so I'm not really sure exactly when it is. But let's get started and we'll see how my art style has changed since then. I think the big differences in the redrawn version of this drawing versus the first one that I did were mostly in the composition. Her face shape is like an inverted triangle in the first one. The shape of her glasses is square, but just looking at the photo here of the drawing, you can tell that they're really, really crooked. In fact, they actually kind of look like they've been broken in the middle, which I don't remember thinking about when I was drawing this, but I'm pretty sure that was not intentional. Her hair is very, uh, I want to say poofy, but that's not even really the right word. Like, it defies gravity. It looks like she's been shocked by something electric, um, which makes it very, very unrealistic. And with the different shapes, like the triangle face and the shape of her hair being kind of a triangle with a rounded top, and then her face being an inverted triangle. Um, it kind of makes the whole thing look uh, like a less cohesive design. The one thing that does make the first drawing uh, look like a cohesive design is the color. This was actually a 3 marker challenge that I did with my Ohuhu markers. Uh, in It had to be 2018, I'm pretty sure, because I was really big on the 3 marker challenges back then, even though I wasn't making videos of them or anything. Um, the colors I had for this particular one were a flesh tone, a pink color, and a purple color. Um, the new version of this drawing, it looks more well thought out. It uses one shape, a circle. Her face is very rounded. Her glasses, the lenses are circles. The I don't know what you call it, the part that goes between the lenses of her glasses over her nose is rounded like the top of a circle. The shapes in her hair itself is longer, but the shapes in it, the way the waves go are very rounded, and there's no hard edges anywhere, which is actually a feature of my art style at this point, that's developed since doing the original drawing. I don't know if you care or not. I call it bubblegum. My art style, I call it bubblegum because it's very round and very soft looking, and I use a lot of pink in it. I'm going to try to make the inking process for this go pretty fast because I don't think it's that interesting. I'm basically just going over the same lines I went over before, but I'm changing some of the line weights. That's really the only thing that's different. And I mean, I'm putting them in ink, obviously. The pen I'm using is a Derwent line maker in size 0.1. It came from the May Scrawler box. Um, I didn't do a video on that one because my box actually got lost in the mail, but Scrawler box has great customer service. I contacted them and asked them if there had been a problem with it or something because I had been waiting like a month. I actually got the June one before I got the May one, and that's what made me question if there was a problem with it. And they sent me a replacement box with no problem. But the box, by the time I got it, was from so long ago that it was like, I think in the second week in July, I think, when I got the May box. And it was from so long ago, I felt like everyone had already seen it and was over it. Uh, so I didn't do a video on it. That was the one with the Posca colored pencils. I really liked those. Those were really nice pencils. I did 2 drawings with them, and if I ever get my Instagram account associated with this YouTube channel created, I will put those 2 drawings up on there. Um, as for the pen here, I really like it. I love the ink flow. The ink flows from it so nicely. I think I'm probably going to get the whole set uh, eventually at some point whenever I need new fine liners, because I was really surprised at how affordable they were considering the quality of the pens and the fact that they're Derwent. Derwent art supplies are usually really good quality, but they're also really expensive because you have to pay for that quality. But I think these were actually a little bit less than the Sakura Micron pens that I've been using. Everything was going fine right up until I started coloring this piece. And when I started coloring it, when I started using the markers on this paper, this is just where it all went bad. Um, the main problem, I think, was the bad quality of this paper. I don't even know what kind of sketchbook this is. It doesn't have a name on it or anything. I'm not even sure it is intended to be a sketchbook. It might just be a blank notebook. Um, the markers bled really badly. They didn't just go through the page that I was drawing on, they went through the next page as well. And they bled all over the page that I was drawing on. So I'm lucky, I guess, that I didn't actually plan on putting in a lot of tiny details into this because it never would have worked with this paper. I was using Ohuhu markers because that's pretty much the only markers I use. They're my favorite next to Copics, but I've not been able to get the ink for my Copic markers for such a long time that I kind of quit looking for it. Um, the flesh tone markers that I'm using are from the Ohuhu flesh tone set. The lighter color is called honey. The darker color is actually just called pear color. Um, the rest of the colors are from the 48, I think 48 uh, count brush set. Her shirt, the lightest color is called pastel violet. I used the one called lavender to shade, but then that that like streaked really bad. I don't think you can actually see it on the camera, but in person I could see that it was streaking really badly when I colored it. So I used a color called light violet over her whole shirt to cover up the streaks, which ended up being a big mistake because darkening the color made all of the colors in her hair and her shirt too close to the same. Uh, they were too similar in tone, and her skin was the only thing that added any contrast because it was a lighter color. Um, the blue in her hair is royal blue for the darkest color, the one I shaded with, and cerulean blue for the light color. Um, the pink part of her hair is pastel pink for the light color, and cherry pink, which is actually a more reddish tone for the darkest color of pink. I saved her hair for last because I wanted it to be the most complicated and the most detailed but when I started coloring and the marker started bleeding so bad, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do a lot of details. So, uh, her hair just looks like a wreck, honestly. Um, by the time I finished this, my hand was hurting really bad. I have wrist issues sometimes. So this is what I've managed to create this week, and here are the images side by side so you can compare them and decide which one you like better. I'm not completely happy with the new one, but I do like it more than I liked the old one just because I think the composition of it is better. Normally I would not upload a video where I didn't like the end result of what I was creating, but my filming time was cut in half this week due to some unavoidable issues. And I was lucky to get this video done and get it edited, and I did not have time to film a whole new video and edit a whole new video. um, Next week's video will be better. I'm planning on doing a sketchbook tour next week. It will be either Sketchbook 13, which is my Mosseri sketchbook, or Sketchbook 14, which is the one I was just drawing in here just now. It'll be whichever one of those two I finish first because I'm very close to finishing both of them. After that, I do have a few videos planned. I'm going to do July's scrawler box if I have it by that point. Then I'll do the sketchbook tour of the other sketchbook, whichever one I don't do next week. And the week after that will be another Reckless Journal. I'd like to do more Reckless Journal videos because those are the ones that get me the most views, but they're also the ones that are the most work and take me the longest to film and edit. Uh, so I won't be doing those as often as I would like, but I will still be continuing that series. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you'll know when I upload. I will see you next week. I upload every Saturday at noon. And goodbye for now.